Hello Aquarius and welcome to 21 love messages from the person on your mind. So let's get started. Aqua. Okay, Spirit, what does Aquarius's person want them to know at this time? Oh, Aquarius, how are you? How are my Aquarians doing? Hope you're all good. Okay, Aquarius, message number 1 is I'm ashamed, so I hide. So your person is ashamed, so they hide. Make sure you take these as they resonate. This is a general reading. Message number 2, you've shown me who I truly am. Message number 3, you are my soul's purpose. You're my soul's purpose. You've shown me who I truly am. But I'm ashamed of myself. It's almost like I'm ashamed of who I really am. It's like somebody who struggles with self-acceptance. You know, afraid of showing their true self. And it's like only you have seen their true self, or only you have managed to penetrate through the mask that they put on. Almost seamlessly, almost effortlessly, I feel like you were able to reach the very core of them. And I feel like it shook them. It did shake them a lot inside. But I feel like it was definitely needed. But this is somebody who struggled with who they are. They don't particularly like the person that they are beneath the mask. And I feel like they just didn't know how to handle having somebody around that was not only able to penetrate through the mask, but kind of loved who they were. You know, when they don't really love who they are without the mask. Message number 4, processing emotions is difficult for me. Message 5, I'm hiding my true feelings. Message number 6, I miss you so much. Message number 7, no. So that's like a hard no. If there's like a burning question on your mind regarding this person, I feel like no is the answer. Whatever you think no means, take it, okay? So this person definitely misses you a whole lot. So I feel like for a lot of you, you're not in contact. You're not in contact. But I feel like this is somebody who envisions you a lot. Like your image is sort of burned into their mind's eye. Like this is somebody who finds you very beautiful, very handsome. And somebody who they can't really forget. They can't really forget your gaze. Something about your gaze or how you look. How you looked at them. Like, you know, how you were able to look through their exterior. The exterior that they put on for everybody else. You know, I feel like you have a really nice gaze though, really nice eyes. Like they really like looking at you. You know, but I feel like it also, you know, symbolically references you being able to, like, you being able to pierce through that exterior. I'm hiding my true feelings. I do miss you. I miss you. They do miss you. But because they struggled with self-acceptance, you know, it caused them to push you away. It caused them to push you away because they didn't feel comfortable with who they were. Even though you loved them for who they were, they struggled with accepting who they were. But they do miss you. They miss you, and it's like somebody who wishes that they could tell you that. They want to tell you that they miss you. They think you are their soulmate. You are my soul's purpose. You have to be my soul's purpose because you love me for me. But the problem is I don't love me for me. So it definitely caused them to do something to push you away. I'm ashamed. You know, I'm ashamed. I feel like that hints at them being ashamed of who they are. But like they just have a big problem with self-acceptance. But I'm ashamed, so I hide. I feel like they did something quite to hurt you. You know, they are ashamed to push you away, you know, and I feel like they are very ashamed of what they did to push you away. And they wish they could come forward and tell you that they're ashamed. I'm hiding my true feelings. I miss you. I want to be able to come forward and tell you that I'm sorry and that I miss you and that I love you. That I love you because you accepted me for who I was, but I couldn't accept me. So I pushed you away. And I hurt you. I hurt you to push you away because I couldn't deal with who I was. I didn't want to be forced to deal with who I was. And I can't believe that you loved me for who I was. Let's pull from a different deck. Aquarius, Spirit, what else does Aquarius' person want them to know? Yeah, what did they do? I'm ashamed. Like, they are so ashamed of something that they did to you. Well, they should be ashamed. They should be. I'm so sorry that they did something to hurt you here. But it was to push you away because you were so close to who they were. Like I said, you saw through the mask. You engaged with who they were. And they couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle it because it meant they were forced to deal with themselves, and they didn't want to do that. They were comfortable with the mask. They were comfortable with the facade they were putting on for everybody else, but they couldn't do it with you. They couldn't fool you. Like you didn't want to deal with them with their sort of alter ego. You didn't care for the alter ego. You were interested in who they were. You knew they were putting on a mask, and you dealt with them. You spoke to them beneath the mask. You were able to reach them. You know, you truly connected with who they were. But they couldn't handle it. They couldn't handle it. They just have big insecurities with who they are. They've a big problem with who they are. Who they really are. You changed my life. You changed my life. You cared enough to like want to get to know the real me. Like even though I didn't like the real me, that's all you wanted to get to know. You know, you were able to connect to me, to the real me. You really wanted to connect to the real me, and you managed to. But I couldn't handle it, so I pushed you away. But you changed my life because I miss you, and now I know how meaningful that connection is. Now I know how meaningful that connection is. It's like they have a mask on with everybody else but you. And they weren't able to have the mask on with you. And it's like now that you're no longer around, they miss it. They miss not being able to be themselves. Like even though they have a problem with who they are, it's like they're starting to not really have a problem with themselves anymore because you didn't have a problem with them, with who they were. So now they're coming into an energy where they're like, oh wow, like Aquarius loved me for who I was. Maybe I wasn't so bad. Maybe I actually wasn't so bad. And like nobody else knows the real me but Aquarius. Nobody else has been able or is able to connect to who I am. Nobody else kind of sees through the facade except Aquarius, and I've not been able to find that since Aquarius, and I miss it. So they are missing having that authentic connection, being able to connect with somebody for who they truly are. You are the only one they've had that connection with, and they want to come forward and kind of speak about it. But I feel like the ashamedness now is over how they pushed you away and what they did to hurt you. You know, they deeply regret what they did. It's just because they couldn't handle their emotions. But they want to thank you because you accepting them is making them accept themselves. But they are still afraid to come forward and tell you they miss you and apologise. And tell you that they want to connect with you again. In case they get, door slammed in their face, which they feel like they would deserve because they are ashamed of what they did. You are my future. You changed my life. You are my future. I hope we have a future together. I hope this comes back around. You are my future. So I feel like this person does have plans to come forward eventually. But they're just trying to get over the fear of rejection. They are trying to almost not forgive themselves for what they did to you, but forgive themselves enough that they are able to come forward and apologize. You know, a lack of being able to forgive themselves for what they did to you is preventing them from coming forward. But the messages here indicate that they will get to a place where they not fully forgive themselves, because, you know, they want I feel like your forgiveness is what will only make them forgive themselves, you know, but they'll have to forgive themselves slightly on their own first before they get the courage to come forward. It's like being able to forgive themselves slightly will give them that courage. And I feel like it does indicate that they will come into that energy and they will approach you, and they are hoping that you give them that final, you know, nugget of forgiveness. You know, and they hope that they have a new beginning with you. They want a future with you. You are their soul's purpose. You know, they want to make it right. They want to have that beautiful connection with you. You know, they want to be able to be themselves because they had you and you loved them for who they were. So they must be okay. Like, there must be something good about who they are if you loved them the way you did and you engaged with them the way you did. Because they've not been able to have that since, and they've not found it since. The other connections that they have are kind of fake because they have a mask on. So they're not really being fulfilled like they were with you, even though they got scared of it. I will treat you like the royalty you are. Like, I want to make up for lost time. I want to make it up to you for what I did to you. You know, you stand out. You are royalty. I don't know how you managed to like who I was. Like, I don't know what you saw in me, but you did see something, and maybe I'm not so bad. And you deserve balance. You deserve payback. You deserve, like, I want to give back to you. I want to pay you back for all you gave me, all the acceptance you gave me. You know, I want to buy you a gift. I want to take you out. I want to just make you feel so loved and make up for the past, make up for what I did to you. So definitely wanting to kiss up to you, definitely wanting to, you know, fluff your pillows. You know, they definitely want to give you that kind of pampering as well to make up for this forever, baby. I'm sorry. I feel like the apology is sincere, Aquarius. I do feel that. I do feel like they are sincerely sorry. There's a dog barking right now. Don't know if you can hear it. It's outside, but take with that what you will. Trust me. Trust me. They want to regain your trust. They want you to trust in them again, and that they won't mess things up again, that they won't hurt you, that they will make it up to you when they come forward, when they are able to forgive themselves just a little bit. Because they know in order to come forward, they need to find that within them to sort of slightly forgive themselves. It's like half forgive themselves. You know, they'll never fully forgive themselves until they get forgiveness from you, but they can't get that unless they come forward. You know, and like, they do hope, you know, new opportunities. They do hope that this will begin anew when they come forward. I truly, like, they really want to. They really, really want to. And, like, there's nobody else that they love. There's nobody else that they are into. You know, in fact, I don't even feel like there's anybody else they're talking to, you know, romantically. You know, they aren't seeing anybody. It's just you as far as I see it. Aquarius, you are the only one they want. You are the only one they desire. The only one they care about having a connection with. The only one they want to talk to. You know, in the day, when they wake up, before they go to bed, throughout the day, you're the only one they want to be talking to. And maybe that's how it was before the disruption. Maybe I feel like you did talk to this person pretty much all day. You know, and you brought out who they were. They opened up to you. They were themselves with you. You know, you really got to know them. Them, the real them. Let's pull from the last deck, Spirit. What else does Aquarius' person want them to know? By the way, I do offer personal reading, so you can check the description if you're interested. I want to approach you the right way. I want to do this. I need to be careful with how I approach you. I need to take my time with this. So I can't rush it. I have to get it right. You know, it means so much to me to fix this. I need to do it properly. I can't be hasty. I can't just impulsively come towards you. I need to do it right and at the right time. You know, so I feel like there will be a right time for this. It is sort of divine. You know, it will happen when it's supposed to, but I truly sense that they will come forward and approach you. But they just want to get the method right. And it's involving a lot of planning for them, a lot of thinking it through. They're just jealous of us. Okay, interesting. I'm scared that you've moved on. I don't want to risk our friendship. Whatever that means to you, take it as it resonates. I just wasn't ready for you. I love being intimate with you. And message 21, I'd rather be alone than not have you. Aquarius, I hope you got something from that. And if you have, please remember to like and subscribe. And I hope to see you back soon. Thanks for watching.